Great. So you can all see my screen, correct?
Yes.
Welcome to our new year, better career. Let's bring all that on. I think we're ready for 2020. I'm so pleased to have you all here with me tonight. I'm Julie Bechtold, and I'm the Academic and Career Advising Manager at Waubonsie Community College. A little bit about me. I've been with Waubonsie 5.5 years, and I've been in higher ed for about um, mm, 12 years now, and worked primarily in career centers, so helping people find better careers. And often that happens in new year. Sometimes it happens in a new academic year, starting in the fall, or it starts in January when we start putting together our New Year's resolutions for the coming year. Um, and then prior to that, I also spent some time working in the outplacement industry where I really was helping people find new jobs, help them with their resumes, their job search, improve their networking skills, and really finding careers that are fulfilling to them. And so that's what we want to talk about tonight. We want to introduce you to some really cool jobs out there and the degrees and certificates that we offer for that. Some of these degrees are going to take a little bit more than a semester, and some of them could be done very quickly in a shorter period of time than that. So I'm excited to share that with you. So let's get started. Let's talk about what some of these hot careers are. And even in our new COVID world, um, we might be thinking that there's not a lot of hiring going on, but man, there really is. And I was just doing a quick search today to prepare for this, and the first ones we want to kind of talk about here are in our career and business technology division of the school. So we have computer aided design and drafting. Our CAD program is run by some really amazing faculty. We have great faculty here, but we've got Randy Hines here, who is very attentive to students' needs and builds great relationships in the community. So he's very good at making sure that our students that are studying CAD get connected to internships and employment opportunities. So what is computer aided design and drafting? Well, you're working with this amazing software that can design and build all kinds of 3D tools, blueprints, drafting. The salary for CAD for CAD people, or you'll even see job titles such as drafters, is going to be around 56,000. We have evening classes available. For some people, you may even qualify for funding through the Illinois WorkNet. So if you're unemployed and may find that you qualify for retraining, this could be a way to possibly fund some of your CAD classes. Who's hiring in this industry? Well, we've had students do internships and get hired and stay on at Fermilab up in Batavia. A lot of engineering firms in the district are hiring, and if you look at small to mid-size engineering firms, they're looking for entry-level CAD um, talent to help them with their client needs and servicing those customer needs. Some unique places maybe you never thought of working, but part of this presentation tonight is to give you an idea of to sort of think out of the box and expand your knowledge about the world of work and opportunities. And, I never thought I'd think of a person with CAD opportunities working in a dental lab, but that is for sure a possible thing where you're helping to craft, braces, mouth guards, all kinds of tooth implants. I mean, if you've had an interest in the dental field or medical field and don't really want to work with blood, this might be an option for you to use those CAD skills. The next one is welding, and man, welding is really hot. This is a high demand field. You're going to see medium salaries range from 33,000 for machine operators up to sheet metal fabrication workers to 77,000, and you can even go higher. Welding I really look at CAD and welding as more of an art form, just working more in like that hard edge, cutting edge kind of art industry, because you're crafting, creating, you're sculpting, you're using tools to help create this interesting form of, I guess, art, working with sheet metal, steel. Um, Again, funding can be available through the Illinois WorkNet. If you're thinking about, I'm not sure how I would be financing school. I talked to a student a couple years ago who was studying welding, and his goal was to work for a large oil company and the rigs down in the Gulf, and he wanted to get into underwater welding. So, I mean, there's a real span of job opportunities in the welding field that are available for folks. Same with automation technology. Now, some of us may not be real familiar with this, but this is working with robotics. You are working with helping automated machinery and auxiliary equipment functional in production settings. So you're using pneumatics, hydraulics. You're solving problems, but not only are you solving problems, but you're also working to prevent problems. Um, there are a lot of manufacturing companies in and around the Wabansie district that are looking for entry-level automation technology. This is one of our associate's degrees, but you can also get certifications in these fields. And again, you're looking at a nice salary here, 73,000, but don't forget that there's also benefits involved with this too. So these jobs aren't going away, they're actually increasing. Same with machine tool technology. A little bit of a shift from your automation technology. Some of these fields sort of cross each other. Your annual pay here for machine tool technology is $57,000. And again, you're going to see different types of jobs out there where they're asking for a machinist or an automation technology specialist. So you want to, if you're going to research these industries, which I highly recommend that you do, again, to kind of expand your knowledge of who out there is hiring. I think with any of these jobs, the options for you is to choose what type of employer you want to work for. And that's a benefit that we can offer you here at Wabansie while you're studying for these degrees. You can come meet with us in academic and career advising and say, hey, I'm working on this certificate or this associate's degree. Many times while you're working on this degree, you can also start to work in the field. Many of our students who are in these programs tend to have evening classes because the students are working during the day in this industry. But we can also help you explore, where else can I go with this type of degree? Who else can I work for? What different types of companies? We can help you explore what's a good fit for you, so that when you pick that employer, you're on a good career path that aligns with your values, what you're hoping to attain out of that career. So a little bonus there on how we can help you, not just degree, but also choosing the right employer for you. The next one, and this field has been hot for a long time. There is a great need for HVAC in the world of HVAC, and man, the opportunities here are incredible. You can have your own business. You can join a small growing HVAC company. You can work for larger, more conglomerate or corporate owned type of HVAC companies. You can work residential, you can work commercial. Wabansie, we hire HVAC technicians to help run all of our, keep all our buildings not only focused on clean air and air quality, which is so important with COVID. So this field has really taken off with COVID. You can earn a certificate, can be earned in 1 year. And diversity is really important in this field. There's a lot of room for women to enter this field. I can tell you that women who enter this field, it's the women who call in the residential homes that say, my heating and air conditioning is out. And if they know a woman is coming, they love that. There's just that connection. They understand how important it is to get that heating and air up, especially when it's really cold. Your median salary is more than $57,000. You might find signing bonuses on here. And again, you've got your choice. You've got your career path. If you're a person like, I don't really want to work with a lot of a big corporate area. I want to work for more of that small or a family run business. This is could be a great fit for you. A lot of independence, you're driving a vehicle, you're going from house to house or building to building, good problem solving skills. You can work outdoors, you can work indoors. So it's just there's a lot of diversity there. Cybersecurity. Boy, again, another really hot field. And this gets a lot of attention in the news, recently. I mean, I think if you saw that the unemployment IDS office had this breach where a lot of people were getting fraudulent unemployment filed on their behalf. I don't know if maybe you were impacted by that, but this is that type of person where we're needing someone to come in and really work to prevent those kinds of cybersecurity. I know someone whose company basically got ransomed from a company over in Russia that just took down their whole computer system. So there are a lot of large corporations that are looking for people in this area. But again, this is a type of person that can work in almost any industry. You can work for a government contractor. There's a lot of work in our military branches in this field. Private firms are outsourcing to cybersecurity firms to help keep their systems safe, secure, especially with so many of us working from home, learning from home. The cybersecurity field has just blossomed overnight. There's a really cool in Chicago. There's a great student association. If you're interested in cybersecurity, I'm happy to kind of help direct you to that association where you can network, learn, and connect with other people in this field. So again, really great opportunity here. Now we're going to shift a little bit from more of our technical side to more of our health professions. Again, I think in this COVID world, it's not surprising that these types of careers are blossoming. I want to talk about phlebotomy because when I joined Waubonsie a couple years ago, we had our phlebotomy degree, and there were people there taking it, but they were having a little bit of a difficult time sometimes getting a job. That is not the case. You'll look at the 17% job growth over the next 7 years. I mean, this is just blown up. And it's interesting because there are really diverse employment options. You can be a mobile phlebotomist, which is somebody who's going to drive around and do this type of work. Maybe you really want to be a part of what's happening in the healthcare field, and you're intrigued by, what's it like to be one of those folks that are working with COVID people, and you have a real heart or a passion for that. You can work for CVS, you can work for labs where you're actually doing COVID testing as a phlebotomist. Medical assistant, again, this field is really expanded. Again, you can find jobs, medical assistant. You wouldn't think you could find these remote, but yes, you can actually work remote as a medical assistant. I'm seeing some opportunities out there where you get some really nice sign-on bonuses. Amita Health is actually I think I saw one for $1,700 for a sign-on bonus. So when you're seeing that you're in a really hot career because the need is high for this kind of talent. CNAs are also doing that COVID testing support for a variety of companies, healthcare companies, hospitals, medical centers, laboratories. You can also work in more niche. So if you like to work in obstetrics, maybe a mother baby unit, or you want to work more with caring for our seniors or our veterans. Again, this is a field where you have a choice of what types of population or the type of people that you want to be servicing in this field. You can see here now that with a CNA, qualified students between ages of 17 and 24 can earn a free short-term certificate. If you're interested in that, we can provide you with more information. The next degree here is nursing. Nursing is one of our more popular degrees, and people come specifically to Waubonsie to go through our nursing program because it is that well recognized. You can save money by attending Waubonsie for 2 years to get your nursing degree, and then you can transfer to complete that BSN. And oftentimes you can start, you can be employed right now, you can get employed right away and then continue to work on that BSN. You don't actually have to have that BSN to get employed right now. Again, nursing, it's everywhere. You can work with in mental health, you can work on a unit in a hospital, you can work in a private or a doctor's setting or clinic. Again, you can enter nursing field in government positions, with, especially right now with counties like Will County, Kane County, Kendall County. They're also hiring nurses. Public health needs are great right now with COVID. So again, talk to us if you're like, I'm interested in nursing, but I'm not sure the direction. We can help you explore that while you're working on your degree. I think everybody thought with COVID that massage therapy went away. Well, actually, massage therapy did not go away. And it's very much needed. In fact, I was thinking tonight, it's been a while since I've had a massage, and I think it's time. This field has continued to grow over the past 5 years, and it's going to keep growing. Again, massage therapy is a great field because it can meet a lot of diverse needs. You can be entrepreneuristic. You could work in a sports center. Some of these sports centers or private clubs have spas where they have people working. You can go work on a resort on a nice island. You could work for, again, maybe a large franchise like Elements, or a smaller companies like Hand and Stone, where you're working with more of that specialized population. You can work in a health institute that specializes maybe in bone and joint and caring for people. Chiropractors hire a lot of massage therapists. So again, I think the flexibility and diversity of this field is can help make it a great fit for a lot of people. Do we have any questions right now, Amanda, that we want to address? Okay.
Nothing yet in chat.
Let's look at early childhood education. And again, I think people thought, well, you know, are people working in preschools? Where is our early childhood? Is it all remote? Well, yeah, there's probably opportunities again to work remotely, but there are also a lot of daycares and preschools that have reopened following the guidelines listed by the state or the county. This continues to be a very strong job growth area over the next 7 years. And again, you know, some people choose to do this, operate one on their own, or join more of a franchise operation. But the care for our children is great. Designing this curriculum, helping children learn and develop, makes this a continually a growing and a hot field. So we talked about a lot of different careers, everything from early childhood education to welding. That's a big span, and there's a lot of different options for you. So how do you know what career is right for you? Or how do you even know what avenue to pursue in that particular career field you might pick? We've got this fantastic tool called Career Coach, and it's very easy to use. You can do a quick 6-question assessment, and it's going to provide career suggestions based on your interests, and it's going to direct you to programs that can help prepare you for careers in those fields. It can also maybe give you an idea of how long it might take, what classes you'll need to study. It'll connect you to jobs. It'll connect you to some of that information like salaries, job growth. So so you can get a broader exploration here of not only the careers we talked about tonight, but maybe other ones that you're thinking about. You know, if you're thinking about maybe I want to go into psychology and then transfer on to get a BA, that's awesome. You know, maybe you'll find that out through this tool. The one thing I would suggest if you do use this tool is to make sure that you sign up and complete the profile in there, because then your assessment will save and you can go back and revisit it. You can redo it, and just save careers that you're interested to go back and refer to. So it's very easy to use, and it's very informative. If you're, again, not sure what career is right for you, you can definitely schedule an appointment with an academic and career advisor, my staff, who can help explain what the career exploration process is like. The different resources that we have available to help you identify the right career path for you, talk about timing for you, look at all of our program options that we have. What is it like to do an internship? We also have great apprenticeship opportunities where we've partnered with different organizations that are helping you go to school and learn on the job at the same time. So I don't know if anybody speaks to that in the apprenticeship. Do we have anybody online that wants to talk to that about that, or? Because I know this is a field that's going to, or these opportunities are going to expand for us. But right now we have one with the Hartford, and people are going through very successfully with that. So they get a business administration degree from us, but at the same time, their electives for that degree are focused on they're able to roll right into a full-time job with the Hartford. So it's a really great program. So what are the next steps? What are things that you maybe want to get started with us here at Waubonsie? This is very easy. You could check out our enrollment webpage at waubonsie.edu/steps, and it will walk you right through what you need to do to sign up, get started. Now, you can enroll with us and then come talk to maybe an admissions advisor if you've had no college experience whatsoever. This is your first time you're going to take a college class, then you're going to want to talk to admissions.
So Julie, we do have this is Faith. We do have a couple of chat questions.
Oh, good.
If
Let's
you
go
wouldn't
for
mind.
it.
Yep. So Wally asks, would you be able to speak to doing some of these programs part-time? For example, if you have a job, but you would like to pivot to a new career,
Yeah.
what's the flexibility there?
Oh, definitely can be flexible, Wally. You can do this at your own pace. The one program that's a little bit different would be our nursing program, because that does go through a cohort model. And I think our medical assistant is also a cohort model too. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. Although the medical assistant's much shorter.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Jeff. That was our dean for our health professions programs. And yes, so the medical assistant one is a little bit shorter. But yes, absolutely, Wally. I mean, we are a community college, so we want to make this possible for students to go at their own pace. Absolutely.
Okay, and then we have another question from Christina. At the moment, I'm planning on taking a CNA program, but I'd also like to pursue being a nutritionist. What classes would I need to take? So, has a dual interest there.
Yes, that's a great program. So I don't know, Jeff, do you want to speak to that as well?
Well, I actually don't oversee the nutrition portion, but what I would recommend absolutely is talking to an advisor because there may be comparable courses or maybe
Yep.
overlapping courses, especially if you're looking at something that's health related. But
Yes.
again, that program does not fall under my division. I did want to add one other thing though, just briefly, is about the flexibility of several of the courses. We do offer some of these programs in evening time, just to be mindful of the person that is working full time during the day.
Yes. So as Jeff said, you'd want to talk to either an admission advisor or academic and career advisor to talk about what classes you would want to take for that nutrition program. We don't have a nutrition program specifically, but we can help you get definitely do the CNA, and then what are other classes to help you pursue that nutrition, or even help you figure out where you could go to get classes for that.
Julie, without getting too deep into the weeds on the specifics, just to give kind of a better idea, typically when we have somebody who wants to be a nutritionist and transfer on to another school to pursue that program, while they're at Waubonsee, we work with them as if they're a biology major, because a lot of the prerequisites for the nutrition program at the transfer institution require that you have like the anatomy and physiology and microbiology courses under your belt first. So that's what we would work with you on at Waubonsee.
Thank you, Joy.
Well, and I think the nice thing about that too is that, CNA can get your foot in the door and working in some medical facilities, right? So it's a nice stepping stone. So, it's real short, easy to complete and kind of get you going in that direction. And then longer term, working towards that nutrition degree.
Yep.
Great. And then more questions, Julie, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, so Carrie here was wondering if we have fast track programs, and Carrie already has a bachelor's degree in education, but is looking into nursing.
So yeah, our nursing is again, it's a cohort model. So it is, I would say, it's very fast track in that sense. You're going to earn it that degree in 2 years.
And then Bridget here says that her son is interested in the audio production program, and she's curious if Waubonsee helps place students with an internship or apprenticeship related to audio production, and then maybe more globally an answer to that question.
Yeah, so right now we don't. I'm not aware of any apprenticeship program for that, but we do have faculty that can help with internship in that field. So definitely I've seen internships come through for that. So again, we can help your son with looking for those opportunities in audio production. Yep.
Julie, can I pop in and mention, so I hear apprenticeship, I handle apprenticeship. Apprenticeship and internship often used together, and there's a little bit of a difference. So with internship, there's an expectation that you've completed some of your education and you're going out to get that work-based learning experience. Whereas with apprenticeship, there's no expectation of experience or education. We're fully developing the student holistically with education and on-the-job experience. Excuse me. So our apprenticeship model, we look for employers to sponsor students so their education is paid for. And they're working, so they're earning a living and getting their education paid for. So with this, I would recommend, if he's already in the program and he knows that he wants to pursue that for his career, an internship would be a good fit.
Definitely an internship. And again, our faculty are very strong in that field to kind of help students who are pursuing that. And then also, again, meeting with academic and career advising to talk about what would be transfer options if you wanted to go on with a BA in that field. Any other questions, Faith, out there?
Nope, that was it for now.
All right, well, thanks for my teammates for jumping on there, and it was a great distinction between internships and apprenticeships. Thank you, Heather. So you can chat online with an admission advisor that is available to you. You can sign up for one of our online getting started workshops. We've got those dates here. We've got one coming up here on Thursday. So it's a great segue from the time that you are investing tonight to get that next step going. If you haven't filled out a new student application form, you're going to want to do that. And that is through that waubonsie.edu/steps. If you can't make it to the workshop, then you'll have the ability to watch that video. Just know that we're here to help make sure that you're reaching your career goals and your dreams. We like to make dreams a reality for people. So we also are offering very flexible courses. So I think, Wally, you were asking that question about, what's the flexibility that we offer. Right now, just know we have class sections that are being taught really in 5 different modalities. We have face-to-face, online, hybrid, sync online, or flex. If you've got prior learning or college credit, we can assess that for you to see what will transfer in and what can be applied to credits of the program that you're interested in pursuing, or maybe general education requirements that you might need, helping kind of assess what prereqs might need to still be met or have been met. We have a wide array of support services like free tutoring, our tech support. We've got great library resources, all kinds of things to support you in this journey. And did I say we were affordable? Because we sure are. I was just sharing our affordability with somebody the other day that I was talking to. In fact, it was an employer who was looking to see how we could form a partnership, and I told him how affordable we were, and he was like, wow, that is really, really good. So we can help you apply for financial aid for the 2021 academic year. We've got this wonderful foundation scholarship program where we provide over 367 scholarship awards to 325 recipients. So for the next academic year, the scholarship application deadline is February 1st. So you guys are not too late to take advantage of scholarships. Any sort of dollar amount is great and helps you take a little bite out of the cost of college. And again, here we go. We get to promote again our wide array of support services for you that are free. Here's the apprenticeship program that we were briefly referring to. So there's a little bit more detail on that. So I kind of jumped ahead myself there. And we have these free certificate programs. So funding for these might be available through the WorkNet. Whoops. So these would be automotive recycling, automotive brake suspension, auto body repair, CAD, welding, CNA, EMT. So again, you can definitely talk to us about to see if you qualify for any of these free certificate programs.
Julie, we did have a question in the chat about where students would find the scholarship application. I'm going to put the link to that page in the chat. Just so you know, your student or yourself, you do have to have completed the new student application before you can start the scholarship application, because you do need to have an X number to be able to complete the scholarship app.
Hey, Joy, could you put the link to the application in there too then?
Yep, there you go.
Awesome,
Thanks,
thank
Joy.
you.
You're welcome.
All right, so if you want to learn more and get started here on these hot careers, there is the link to my Zoom screen is covering up. So I'm trying to move it and end up clicking through the screens. Thanks for being patient with me, everybody. You can find Career Coach at waubonsie.edu/career development. You're also going to find great resources on resumes, interviewing, job search. Our online job board is located on that page, so you can definitely explore the types of jobs that are being posted there from employers around the area. if you have prior college credit, you're going to want to begin with academic and career advising. So you can schedule an appointment with us by calling this number here, or you can just simply email us at advising@waubonsie.edu. If you do not have any prior college credit, then you're going to want to talk with our great admissions team. And again, to enroll and sign up for a Getting Started workshop, that would be at waubonsie.edu/steps. Even if you have prior college credit, you're going to want to make sure you complete a new student application, because that will give you your X number, which is your student ID, and get you lots of great information to get you started on the right track.
Yep, that's absolutely correct. And so attending a Getting Started workshop is a great way to, go ahead and start the process if you're not sure about what to do next. Otherwise, filling out that application form is a way to really get things rolling. And, if nothing else, like truly everyone, I hope that you consider meeting with an advisor as a good follow-up to this. And remember that scholarship application. If there is any chance you're coming to join us next fall, next year, now is the opportunity. We have a lot of students that express interest in enrolling in fall, in July and August, and they've missed that scholarship window. And there are so many, it's for new, it's for continuing. There's just a huge number of scholarships. They're not all dependent on GPA. I can't encourage you enough, fill out the application and fill out the scholarship foundation application. And I mean, it can't hurt to try. So it's just a great opportunity. So anyone that I get in front of right now that's considering enrolling with us and is planning on being here for next year and next fall, scholarship application, do it.
Absolutely. Sometimes they don't even get awarded because not enough people apply. So don't miss it. Here's just, again, links to our financial aid,
Yep.
quick ways to find that information on our website. There's the scholarship one.
And so we have a question here too, Julie, just about, so Bridget was asking about dual credit or AP credit. So, and so she says, would that include dual credit or AP credit? So, yeah, and specifically regards to what the process is that the question, Bridget? Okay, in terms of meeting with an advisor, yes, absolutely. So when you meet with an advisor, you definitely want to talk about dual credit and AP credit. We do award credit for those things. We'll take a look at what you've taken and, the grades and stuff, the AP scores. And so, we do give proficiency credit for AP. And so there's things that we do. So for AP credit and for dual credit. And so we absolutely want to know that information. So yes, you would just want to let your admissions advisor know that you're bringing that to the table, because it helps you complete that much faster.
Yep. Yeah, that's a great question, Bridget. So with dual credit AP, you're going to start with admissions. Yep.
And here we have another question too. Is the Sugar Grove campus open to the public? Just thinking of COVID. Great question. So actually right now we are working mostly remote. A great place to look for whatever our current, if you want to know the latest and greatest current hours that we're open and available right now, you just look on the main page of the website. And right on the home page, there's a service directory. It says service directory. You just click on that link. It lists by department. So we are working mostly remote right now. And so we would be taking, phone calls and chats, and we can do Zooms just like this. We do a lot of that in advising, whether it's in admissions or, career advising through Julie's area. We're doing a whole lot of Zoom stuff right now. So we do remote assessment testing even. So, I mean, there are ways to go through this process that just because we're working mostly remote right now doesn't mean we don't have a way, because we have a way. So we're even doing that. If there's technology challenges, we help to resolve those too. Sometimes people have challenges with technology. You may not have a laptop readily available. That's something you'd want to let your advisor know, and that's something that we work with too. So yeah, great question. I'm glad you brought it up. We wouldn't want you to just walk onto campus right now, since we're really working mostly remote. There are some face-to-face classes though that are still happening. Some of our CTE class areas, auto tech and some of those other classes too are still in person, very socially distant, and everybody's wearing their masks and doing everything we need to do.
Thanks, Faith. Good questions. we're at the end of our slide deck here. I hope this was helpful for everybody and you found a new career. You're excited about getting started here at Waubonsie with us. Classes start the 19th of January for spring.